Here we have ticket number 10909 and it's a faulty Nintendo Switch. The USB-C charging port on this needs to be replaced, and once I take it off, I'll show you it under the scope. You can see that it's definitely an original port. We can tell by the gold pins we have here. Very factory, very clean board as well. I'll be using a temperature of 450 degrees Celsius and an airflow speed of about 50% to get the charging port off the board. Let's now have a look at the port itself. Oh, you can see, look how messed up this one is. I'm probably going to have to test the M92 T36 power IC to make sure that this hasn't fried it, because that is a very messed up port. Now we have the multimeter in continuity mode, which is a mode that beeps. Hopefully you can hear that when we have a complete circuit. I'm just going to check around the M92 T36 power IC to make sure there's no shorts. This is the P13 USB cap. That seems to be fine. As long as we get a beep on one side and not both, we should be good. These three caps are the usual culprits. They seem fine. As you can see, they're shorted on one side and they make the beep, but not this side, which is good. This one seems to be fine as well. Nice. All good. All good. And the dreaded CPU cap, fine. If this side is shorted to ground, usually it means a dead CPU. We'll quickly run the probes across BQ as well, which is the charging IC, to make sure everything's good there. Again, we're looking for beep on one side, not the other. And everything seems hunky-dory around this chip as well. Now what I'm going to do is add some leaded solder to the charging port area. We'll take that solder away using wick, and then we're going to apply some more leaded solder and drop the charging port onto the board. I'm just going to add some flux around the area now so we can add our solder, make the solder flow nice. Gooey stuff called flux. I've heard nothing but good things about this soldering iron tip, so we're going to put it to play now. It's a beastie one. It's huge. It apparently does the job. I mean, it's so big on the Switch, I can only use a tip of it. But I guess for transferring a lot of heat, it's amazing. Which it seems to be. Sweet. Now let's wick with it and see what happens. Does it clear out what we need to clear out? Do we have to have any backup? Most certainly not. Wow. What about here? Wow. These ones are the testing ones. Here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, Lord. Wow. Yeah, that is amazing. Definitely makes life easier. Looks like a Hoover for solder. It's amazing. Let's give everything a quick clean. There we go. It looks a lot more presentable now. Being honest, I think we have a little bit of solder. Sorted. Again, making sure we clean the tips as we go all the time. Now we're going to put some flux back on the board because we're going to put some leaded solder in the holes and on the pads. Switching back to a different tip now as well. Just to apply this solder. And there we go. All the pads are tinned. All the holes are tinned. Let's get the port on. I'm just going to place the board itself on the heater that I have down here. I'm going to set it to 350 degrees Celsius. I'm going to sit the board on it for about a minute or two. It's just going to make it a lot easier to flow the port on with the hot air gun. Okay, it looks nice and aligned. Let's check these and just make sure we're all good. Zoom in a bit more. Okay, good, good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Good. All right, we have a full house. Nice. All the ground holes have a thick amount of solder, which is good. That's why I do the reflow method. Then we turn it around on the back as well. You can see that all the solder has gone through. I try and get it looking as good as new. There we go. That side looking really good. And that should be job done. Let's test it. All right, so I've plugged in the ammeter. This will tell me if it's working or not. We need to see 15 volts, which we do. You guys can't, but take my word for it. We get 15 volts. That's really, really good. If I turn the board around, does it charge on this side as well? So on the other side of the port, it comes on. That's good. 15 volts, the amperage jumped up to like 0.0 something, but we should be absolutely fine. I will confirm, but that is a good job. And another happy customer. I can confirm that that switch is in fact working. Check out the link in the description if you need a repair. See you in the next one.